Hong Kong is aging fast. By 2041, nearly 1 in 3 Hong Kongers will be above 65 years old. To reduce the strain, the city is promoting aging at home. But is this realistic, especially when nearly 1/3 of today's elderly are mired in poverty? In this month's Hong Kong Enquirer, we investigate whether the city is prepared to care for its greying population.
我食嘢好清淡㗎咋，喺嗰度朝頭早去行下咯，行1個鐘頭啊。食肉好少啊，我都即係食菜啊、生果啊咁樣啫。
Octogenarians like Mok Zi-kun can be found all over Hong Kong. At 82 years old, she's still in pretty good shape.
冇食咩嘢嗰啲高血壓丸啊、糖尿啊嗰啲乜都冇。就係有個骨質疏鬆食鈣片。依家做緊白內障啊，耳仔啊聾咗好耐咯，得幾成咯，呢邊得幾成聽咯，近地聽到咯。
Hong Kongers have the world's longest life expectancy for both men and women. The average lifespan here is 87 years for women and 81 for men. University of Hong Kong researchers attribute locals' longevity to healthy diets, low obesity rates, and adequate medical treatment for heart diseases and other chronic illnesses. Their twilight years are not without pains, with Mok witnessing her 88-year-old husband's descent into dementia, just one of many chronic ailments her life partner is slowly succumbing to.
高血壓又有，糖尿又有。又有呢個尿酸腳啊，成日腫啊，佢又要亂食嘢喎，咁啊食咗就成日又賴屎啦，賴咗屎我自己佢又唔落得床啦喎，唔行得咯喎，咁我要扶佢又扶唔起咯喎，咁啊要叫個仔嚟翻嚟理佢啦，個仔又要個幾鐘頭先翻到嚟，有時咁就好麻煩。我啲仔女同我啲關係唔係好。
Mok has little choice but to put her husband in the care of a privately run elderly care home. She still manages to visit him twice a week.
佢脾氣好醜㗎，尤其是對我啊，嗰啲脾氣好差㗎，叫我唔好理佢話，我又做唔出。
Filming is strictly prohibited within the care home, so we documented a day at the park for the couple.
嗰度要俾政府嘅差咯，人手又少咯，伙食咧就差啲咯，就冇生果食嘅，所以我去咧我都係拎啲生果去俾佢食多，窗啊都唔係咁開咁咯，即係冇辦法啦，喺嗰度住先咯，等政府嘅咯。
Mok's husband will have to endure up to 4 years on the government's waiting list. He's currently qualified for public care and attention homes, of which average waiting times are 22 months. If his health worsens, he may qualify for admission to public nursing homes, which provide much more intensive care, but average waiting times are over 2 years. As of December 2016, there are more than 35,000 elders desperately in need of such facilities. The number of elders on waiting lists grow every year despite the 5,000 to 6,000 elderly passing on while waiting for a spot. But it's not just facilities that are in short order.
I think the biggest challenge is the manpower issue in the care industry. Over 50% of those in the care industry who are working in the front line are age 50 or above. So in 10 or more years' time, they will all retire. And there are very few young people joining this particular industry. At the same time, we have a shrinking labor force by 2019. All this come together actually make it very challenging to meet the future need of manpower in this particular care industry. The consequence is basically those who need would suffer. I don't think the government has that sense of a crisis.
The public and private sector are taking aging at home on board in very different ways. The core of aging at home is to keep elders healthy and self-sufficient for as long as possible so they can stay home and rely less on public facilities. The Hong Kong Housing Society, a statutory body, built Tanner Hill, which is part residence, part nursing home. Wheelchair-friendly, the building boasts with the latest in technology to keep residents active and to monitor all aspects of their health. Self-serving equipment provides blood pressure, pulse, and temperature metrics, and all readings are centralized for optimum care.
We try to make everything preventive. Okay, we want to keep them healthy so that they can live longer. Rather than the vice versa, we will not wait to take action until they get trouble, but we will take precautionary measures at the first step.
A project like Tanner Hill is as good as it gets for elders who want and can afford to age at home in fashion. Short leases start at around $1,500 every month. Long lease options are available, starting with a lump sum of $200,000 and allow for paying tenants to live out the remainder of their days in comfort and care. If living in Tanner Hill is beyond your reach, social enterprise Longevity Design House offers a cheaper option by retrofitting existing homes for those who want to prepare for older age or suffer from chronic illnesses. Unique design features include concealed doors, the high kitchens and exit to keep dementia sufferers away from sharp implements or from wandering away. Racks on pivots allow wheelchair-bound residents to access the entirety of their wardrobe.
In our projections, we will have around 500 to 600% growth in the future 5 years, because more and more people are aware that elderly should live at home more than going to the elderly center or the hospital.
Tan says there are 183,000 households living in public housing estates which could benefit from the upgrades. While the government offers grants to help the elderly renovate their homes, these only cover a fraction of the costs. For the 1/3 of Hong Kong's elderly living below the poverty line, moving to a public care home at the moment is a much more affordable option than renovating their existing housing. But some social workers believe aging at home is possible for the underprivileged, as long as the government provides enough facilities to help maintain elders' health.
我哋而家探下初八啦，初八我哋識咗佢11年，不過近呢幾年就因為隻腳有啲事啦，輕微中風啦，所以佢唔可以再做嘢，變咗係攞綜援啦，所以變咗佢個人嘅心情會有啲唔開心啦。
Mai Tone is a social worker for the poorest elders for the last 20 years. He said aging at home could relieve the pressure on not just the social welfare sector, but public hospitals.
深水埗嘅公屋區其實主要都係以長者屋區為主嘅，所以話人口老化嘅屋邨嚟嘅。咁呢度都有好多係獨居同兩老嘅長者啦。我初八好唔舒服啊？俾你先。多謝你阿公。唔係你坐坐。
Wang's wife left him a few years ago. With the lack of care, his health is deteriorating fast.
睇緊咁你今日點啊？今日
都係差唔多啦。
差唔多啊？
都係
你又開飯？
唔係好舒服咯。上個禮拜啱最痛嗰日咧，嗰隻腳唔喐得啊！
咁你有冇入到醫院啊？
我打咗撳咗平安鐘，佢幫我打電話叫12車嚟，住咗3日啦。
醫生話咩啊？
有啲血管啊，硬化閉塞啊，打咗通血針咯。咁啊好翻啲啦，行真係可以行得咯，呢輪都。個人都好似唔係幾好。
Wang's financial situation is bleak. Being a driver left little for his retirement.
我啲車牌有，但係咧我揸唔到車而家，即係我隻腳咁樣，同埋有心臟病、糖尿病、血壓高，分分鐘都會頭暈。我試過2次㗎啦已經。有人叫我去下邊嗰度小巴站叫我揸車，我唔去，唔夠膽去。點解咧？我成日都講我死，我唔緊要，我唔好累死人哋，自己唔知幾時會暈。靠即係攞要政府幫咯，嗰3000蚊，3100幾蚊。
Instead, helping the poorest elders like Wang will require affordable community health services to prevent and manage illnesses while they still live at home.
香港而家有學童嘅保健，但係就冇全民嘅長者保健。而長者健康中心全香港而家有117萬嘅65歲以上長者咧，政府只係幫到4萬個長者提供每年嘅健康檢查啫。咁所以其實呢個政府係做得相對比較差嘅。
For those reaching 65 past 2041, when fully 1/3 of Hong Kong will be in their old age, support for their twilight years remains uncertain. But for now, Mok has a simple plan that relies on resources that are stretched but still available to her.
呢間屋我住到中老啊，咁呢度嗰啲社區服務都好好嘅，嗰啲社工啊好關心嘅，都係咯，咁我哋都唔使憂。
With the population aging fast, the number of poor elders is most likely to increase exponentially. It will require considerably more government funding to make aging at home possible for more elders. And the city needs to do a lot more planning to be able to cope with its coming aged society.